What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Maurice Jackson for the $5 donation via the Cash App. He says, donation to support the channel. Awesome video. Shout out to Maurice for once again coming through showing love to Too Raw for TV, aka Too Raw for Sports. Now, hate to toot my own horn. Actually, I love to toot my own horn. Hey, you can take that a different way, can't you? I guess every man likes to toot his own horn every now and then. But anyway, might recall I did a video, maybe a week and a half ago, whatever. And I said, despite all of this onslaught on Herschel Walker when it comes to his personal life, and believe you me, he shouldn't have ran for office because he's such a terrible candidate with a lot of baggage. And he's an obvious fucking liar, and he's a fucking hypocrite. But I said that, you know what, it's probably not going to matter much. It's probably not going to matter much because it's not about him being a hypocrite when it comes to those who support him. It's about what he represents and who he'll represent. That's what's important. As long as he says the right things in his speeches, as long as he shows that he's in solidarity with Trump and his minions and espouses the things they believe in and shows his allegiance to them, then he's going to stay a viable candidate. As a matter of fact, now I'm starting to have doubts as to whether or not this debate is going to matter. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the mainstream media has lowered the bar so much for Walker. He's such an imbecile and an idiot, which he is. But man, if he even gets through the debate looking like a human being, it's almost a victory for him. So now this puts so much pressure on Warnock to clean his clock. The expectations are high for Warnock to just dance around this guy. You know, he got to be Michael Jackson and Walker got to be goddamn clumsy McClutch or some shit, you know. But new poll comes out, couple new polls show Herschel Walker right there. 46% to 43%, 47% to 45%. Like I told you, this shit is not really going to hurt Herschel Walker. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what the fuck is wrong with Warnock? Why is he not getting 50% of the vote? So you got to start asking yourself, instead of what's wrong with Trump voters, and by the way, we could even make an argument that polling-wise, Trump voters tend to be undercounted. So who's to say right now that Warnock is actually behind? Because all these polls are fall in the margin of error. But why is Warnock not getting more support? Because he's not a good senator and he's not a real good candidate. The media, you know, the mainstream media, which tends to be left, culturally at least, tend to want to make him, because who church it is that he pastors, they want to make him the heir to Dr. King. And that's a big fucking mistake. You know? Really, is Warnock that much different from Walker in as far as what purpose he serves for the Democratic Party? Is Warnock ever really going to be in any leadership position? Probably not. And when Warnock did win that seat, it took a perfect storm of the pandemic going on, voters angry about the economy, historic black turnout. He also, of course, benefits from changing demographics in Georgia. This is a state that 20 years ago, Warnock probably would have lost to a generic Republican by 15 to 20 points, but that's not the case anymore. But despite all of these changes and advances, now we're in a midterm that isn't as favorable. And I keep trying to tell people too, usually in midterm elections, black people don't come out in the same numbers. Even in the blue wave of 2018, black people didn't come out in the same numbers. So I know a lot of the polling is based upon normal demographics, but I'm starting to get the sense we're less than a month away from the election. 3 weeks? No, not quite 3 weeks, but less than a month away. I'm starting to get the feeling Republicans, or maybe I'll just put it like this, Democrats may be somewhat disappointed. But we have to wait and see. But, yeah. Warnock's a bad candidate, as is Walker. But that fact is not as big a factor in Trump voters or his base coming out. They don't care about all that. As long as you say the right things and stand for the right things, that's all that matters. And they will come out. They will come out and vote. We'll have to wait and see. But tell me what you guys think.